So as I'm getting into this vlog series and this out of my life all out and in the open, I guess, first help me get more social again. Second, to explain how I've come to terms to a lot of things I think will really help people out in the long run, not just myself. And this is where confessions, philosophy, freestyle, um, are all coming from a place of honesty. Some people call me honest to a fault. It's fine. I wear my emotions on my sleeve. That's fine. Bipolar. All labels, and I don't like labels, but I'm going to use them to my advantage in these situations now, and it is what it is. That's the way I look at it. But when it comes down to um, my philosophy, and this is where this one's going to come in. What men don't cry. It's probably one of the hardest stigmas I've ever had to live against or deal. And I say this because I'm bipolar, and I'm going to use that term as manic depression or use it as manic. Um, I deal with heart issues, energy issues, but I've always been really sensitive and been prone to crying, but not getting angry. I do see anger, and one thing when I'm processing this emotion and I'm crying too, sometimes I'm fighting anger, and it's hard to explain to people. It's not about, it's frustration with myself, it's frustration with what's going on in the situation. I really don't think the whole idea of grown men don't cry. I think real men don't cry. I think men cry. And I say this is because a true man knows how to handle their emotions, and they know when it's appropriate to cry. I say this because I've been in so many situations where it's been inappropriate to cry. I've been in a lot of situations where it's been extremely appropriate to cry. I've seen people that have held it in and held it in and held it in, and it's just not healthy. It's not emotionally healthy. And I think a lot of things that we deal with body wise, health wise, comes down to our emotional health. It's how we actually deal with it. So I really wanted to attack this philosophy really early when as I'm creating this vlog series, and I'm coming out with vlogs that I am emotional on, because they're personal, they're real. Life's not fake. I'm reading somewhere where it's what honesty isn't cheap. Cheap people are cheap. Something like that. I've been so honest my whole life, and I've known that fact. But it's not helped me out to get where I am so far. But in the long term of things, I saw that my honesty with myself would bring a truth out. In my one of my family mottos, which is my grandmother's last name from my mother's side, is more. And the family motto is truth conquers. And I've lived by that even before I found that out, and I find that quite fascinating. That I do my best to be honest with myself and honest with the situations and people that I communicate with. So I hope that at the end of the day that those words live true. So that's my philosophy about men don't cry myth. You know, show that it's socially acceptable because it's going to be better in the long run for society. Aloha, this is PH.